a large extent, e-commerce has influenced brands to adopt two different innovative strategies. We spoke about some already. And I would like to point out, let's say, for example, cash on delivery, return, quick delivery. How are these impacting your business in a positive and a negative sense?
Yeah, so I would say it has both positive and negative trends. Let me first speak about the positives, especially for a brand like us, which is a new brand, growing brand. And there are a lot of people who look at us on Instagram and a lot of other social media platforms for the first time, right? Even though they like the product, people are not in a position to trust you on day one. Ki, chalo, I'll pay $1,000 or $2,000 for the product, and this brand will deliver it. So this concept of cash on delivery, ease of returns, and all of that are something which increases the trust level to the customer. Ki boss, we're there. You don't need to pay us. You just place the order. After you receive the product, then you pay us. And after you get the product, only if you like it, then you keep it with you. Otherwise, you wear it. If you find some other difficulties or whatever, within 7 days, please feel free to return it back to us, because see, these are the few things which will help you build trust, because it's not a offline medium where people are experiencing the touch and feel about the product, right? If you were shopping in lifestyle or west side or something of this sort, right, you would have an option of going and wearing your product, checking in the trial room, look at yourself in the mirror, see the fitting and all of that. You know what you're buying for, and you're extremely confident, and whatever the amount it is, you feel free to pay over there. But that's not the case in online medium. I feel these are the few things which increases trust and the customer attraction towards the brand. First thing, talking about the negatives in terms of business perspective. See, cash on deliveries, the function works in this way that, let's say a transaction happens today, we realize the cash after 14 days, right? And this leads to something called as cash flow problem. And any business which is in the inventory led business, especially execution led business, right? Cash flow and access to capital is something which is very, very important for us. And these are the few challenges that we have to sail through, because every initiative has its own positives and negatives. We just have to sail through. So these are a few negatives that we have through COD. And especially when it comes to CODs, like if there are a few pin codes where people just place the order, but they get it to their doorstep, but they don't accept the shipment because you've not paid for it, right? You have all rights to just say that, hey, I don't want the shipment right now. And again, the shipment just comes back to your warehouse. So you're bearing the forward logistics cost and the return logistics cost, which is again taking a hit on your business. And especially returns, right? Especially for apparel. When you wear a product, especially when it's a fabric material, you never know how that product is. Like we get back products which comes with odor, which has stains on it, where we can't sell it, neither we can't put it in a warehouse, and the product is wasted. And on top of that, we're bearing a return logistics cost on top of that. We're refunding the amount paid by the customer. So the cash in the bank is actually being deducted again. So while these are giving a lot of convenience to customers, a lot of this process which is there in between, right? Your return logistics, cash flow problem, you realizing the amount, all of this are something which actually makes a hit on your business, but you can't avoid these problems. You just have to sail through it. So your success always lies in how can you mitigate all these things? Like how can you mitigate your returns? How can you mitigate your return shipments? Like how can you ensure that the COD shipments which are being sent are being accepted by the customers? Like for example, a simple solution could be identify the pin codes where a lot of return shipments are coming in for CODs where people are not accepting it. You could possibly just cut off the COD option for those pin codes, or encourage customers to pay it in prepaid format by giving them a 10% or a 5% discount. So your success lies in creative strategies like this where you can mitigate the problem, but I think you cannot escape out of this.
Yeah, I think yeah, the last point was very important in terms of how do you leverage the data to actually
Correct.
fuel your business growth.